Hi, I'm CQ the Watch Guy, and I advise watch collectors all over the world on how to build their dream watch collections. Join me as I start my day. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having an amazing day out there. I know I am. It is Friday, a beautiful Friday in Orlando, Florida as well. And yeah, starting something a little bit new venture, new week, interesting week, let's say that. If you don't know who I am CQ the Watch Guy. I'm a watch industry vet, over 13 years in this amazing industry, and a student of the world of horology and helping people build their dream watch collections. I guess I'll give you a quick 2-second rundown on me. Born and raised in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's actually where I started my career in watches, but just by happenstance. I was taking a summer break in between getting my bachelor's degree and going for my master's. Got a summer job in an amazing watch store that sold some of the best brands out there: Patek Philippe, Chopard, Breitling, JLC, Parmigiani, everything, Tag Heuer, everything in between, cheap, expensive. And I was really mentored by some amazing people there. And from then, my love for watches was sparked. Ended up going to Southeast Alaska for many years, working the season up there, managing some stores, selling some watches, catching a lot of salmon. Then worked with some amazing companies such as Watchbox for about 9 years, a little bit over. Opened up the Middle East, the Dubai and Saudi Arabia locations for them. And most recently was at David SW for just about 2 years. And now on my own, CQ the Watch Guy, finally independent. Just wanted to, give a service that I've been really thinking about for a very long time, and give a real 360 experience where you can come to me, I can help you buy, I can help you sell, I can help you trade, or I could just give you honest, independent advice because you are my client and I have no other skin in the game except your skin. So we're kind of partners in watch collecting is a concept I've been thinking about for many years, and 2025 just kind of resonated and everything lined up for that to be the year that everything goes down. And you can find a lot of content and videos about me if you just want to hear more history. And I think I'll do an audio podcast at a later date. But for now, this series is going to be called The Wind Up. So this is basically what I do every day when I just kind of wake up or get plugged in. It's the afternoon. It's a little late in the day to get started, but I've been running around doing some errands. But I just wanted to take you along as I scroll through new watch releases, new watch news that's out there. Check out some inventory from a lot of great dealers that I like to go. And I thought it'd be interesting if I just gave you comments and critiques of what I saw as I go on through my day. I have my little notebook here, so I'm taking some notes. Where's the camera? Got my notebook. So I'm taking notes and going about my day as I normally would, but I thought this would be a little fun, give you a little bit of insight into my brain. So we're going to call this The Wind Up with CQ the Watch Guy. And when I do evening podcasts, I'll call it The Wind Down with CQ the Watch Guy. And we'll see how this goes. This is so funny. I only have 17 subscribers because the channel that I'm using has been around forever, but I've done so much content on YouTube, and I have thousands of hours of viewership and content, blah blah blah. In my own personal channel, never really did anything. I think there's one video of a Ulysse Nardin freak spinning around, and that's about it. I think I did a slow motion one year in Alaska when I don't know, when I got a good camera, and I said, oh, let's do that. But that's it. So this is very interesting to grow something from 17 followers, most of them who knew me before this channel was even a watch channel. So let's see if they drop off. But I'm happy whoever's seen this today. Hope you're having an amazing day. And I would like to welcome you to the beginning of an amazing journey. All right, so what I do when I start my day as a watch guy is I want to see the news of the day. Of course, I check, the WhatsApps and all that. When you're in the industry, or even just an enthusiast or a collector, you get into these WhatsApp groups now with different communities or dealers and things like that. And that's going all day. There's so much information and deals and watches and things like that. So any kind of urgent news, anything big like retail price increases or a big discontinuation or something important in the watch industry, in the behind the scenes will happen there. So that, I don't check that in the morning, check that in the middle of the night. I kind of never go to sleep. But I like to see normal watch media, normal watch news, and see what's being curated and what's being presented by different brands. Monochrome Watches is one of my favorite outlets because they just do a really good job of curating great content, great written content, and they really prioritize live pictures when they can. They're based in Europe. I'm not sure where. They're based all over, international blog, but they've been around for a long time. But I like these guys just because, as you can see, they give you live pictures of everything. So let's just see what's new in the watch world. Ooh, look, a beautiful little Laureato. Let's talk about this Laureato, and let's see Zenith Revolution Chrome Master Revival. Let's look at that as well. So I love Girard-Perregaux Laureato. So they often get lumped in with other integrated bracelet sports watches, such as the Royal Oak and Nautilus. And sometimes people might see them as copycats, but they're not copycats. They're their own thing that was released in '72, and they're just beautiful. And there's so many great variations, and they really offer a great opportunity to get a nice, well done, well made watch. In-house movements all over Girard-Perregaux now as well. For a really much more accessible price compared if you're going to chase a overseas, a Nautilus, any of the above. And I like this powdery ice blue dial. I'm sure they're calling it ice blue. Yeah, beautiful ice blue dial here. And I think they do really nice chronographs. And I just love the different contrast you have from the pyramid style engravings there with the circular from the chronographs. I think this is beautiful. Stainless steel. That's a beautiful watch. I think that's a buy. I'd probably pick this up on the pre-owned market just because, it is what it is. They don't hold the best retail value at the moment. It's interesting. During the COVID market, these were going crazy. And, I had one collector friend who went very, very hard. Actually, a few now, especially when I was in the Middle East. There are some Middle East editions that are, I wonder if I could pull up real quick. They're Middle East editions. I probably shouldn't do this as I'm recording. But yeah, there's some beautiful Middle East editions. There you go, and they're limited. I think under 50 pieces in each colorway. And there were a few collectors who were, when the Tiffany craze was going on in peak COVID crisis, people were collecting these. I had a few collectors down there, and these are beautiful pieces as well, who were just collecting these, the whole set of the Arabic numeral colored editions. And look at that purple. That's beautiful. This white is really nice as well. So these are great watches that were going for crazy, crazy prices. And I'm sure if I go to Chrono 24 right now, they're going to be a little bit more accessible. But anyways, Laureatos are great pickups. And I think everyone should have them on their list. And this is why I shouldn't do it live. I want to cut this out probably. All right, screw it. Maybe I don't cut it out. But anyways, let's go back to this one. Beautiful, beautiful watch. I would take this any day. Look at that. It looks great in a suit. I like a good blue dial. I like a well-done blue dial. You see how this is in a Tiffany? You see how many shades of blue that are out there that aren't the Tiffany turquoise blue? This is a great example of one and a great execution of one as well. Beautiful piece. What's retail on this? Going to be 20s. 20,100 euros, 19,100 USD. So not bad for in-house chronograph, real beautiful dial. You'll probably get these, at a discount, so 16, 17. I think that's a good watch. I would not mind spending that type of scratch on that watch. Zenith Revolution Chronomaster Revival, the cover girl in carbon. Now, I've been loving the El Primero revivals that they've been doing for quite a while now. My favorite being the Lupin III edition, which I'll just pop up. I won't search that to make things too complicated. But I'm a fan of this. I think this might be a little too carbon for me. But yeah, there you go. On the wrist, it looks good. When you just see it here, it looks a little too carbon. Like, I don't know if I'd wear this on the carbon bracelet, to be honest with you. But on a strap, I think that looks really interesting. It's a fun watch. What I like about Zenith is in-house movements. The masters of chronographs, legendary El Primero chronograph, sprinkled all over. Many brands to this day still use the El Primero, storied history, blah, blah, blah. But the values that you get, they're one brand that I still think does a really good job on retail pricing and doing really accurate and fair retail pricing. Let's see what we got here on this. This is beautiful, though. So 37 millimeters, 12.5 millimeter in height, 19 lug width, 47 lug to lug. So that's a good size. I have a little bit of bigger wrist, 7.5 inches. So I prefer 39 and up, but I will go down to 37. I don't mind going down to 37. The little PRX there is in the 40s, and it does me fine. But I enjoy a big watch. You're gonna see me talking a lot about bigger watches here. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a big watch. There's been a war against watches over 41 millimeters for a long time, but I entered the industry with the big boys. I entered with Breitling Super Avengers of 46s, the AP Arnold Schwarzenegger Legacy 47 MMs. Then I started my pre-owned career with Watch You Want, which is all Panerai, so Egyptianos and all type of crazy things. So to me, 40 used to be small. In the Breitling world, 41 back then, it might have been a lady's watch. So, I don't mind a big watch. I don't mind a small watch, but I don't agree with the war that's been going on against bigger watches. Anyways, I think, let's not, don't send me on a big rant here. El Primero Caliber 400. CoverGirl style matte black carbon fiber dial with the Shark 2 chronograph, which I like. Price $12,320. I think that's 12,320 on the Velcro strap, 27,210 on the carbon fiber bracelet. So this is one case where it is what it is. It's carbon fiber. That is a more expensive material to make. I imagine making it in a bracelet is not that easy to do as well. But honestly, I would buy this on a strap and just save myself a good bit of money. Save myself over $13,000. Yeah, I would do that and just buy a whole nother watch. I'd buy two. I'd actually buy my favorite El Primero, which would be the Lupin the Third El Primero. I would buy this watch with the money I saved on that. I think this is just, I've never seen a watch. Can I get it big for you guys? Make it big for the people. They don't want to see it small. Come on. If you don't know Lupin the Third, legendary anime, and Zenith actually did a few different limited editions with them, which I think is amazing. Not something that's shouted across the room, but look at this beautiful Zenith revival with a split diagonal panda dial. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Half of it's white, half is black with contrast and subdials. On the white side, you got black. On the black side, you have like a charcoal. Then you got gilt numerals all over this thing. This is one of the older Lupin the Third editions. Look at this thing. This I'd buy in the bracelet. I'd have the bracelet, and I'd have like a 6 strap. That's like a 2-face strap. But I think this is just such a beautiful watch. So that's what I would spend the extra money by not buying this on the bracelet. Because look how good it looks on this guy's hand right there. That looks beautiful. So I think that's a gorgeous watch. I like it at 12 or 13,000. I do not like it at 27,000. That's just if you really want it. Let's WatchRecon. We'll go to that next. Let's see what else in new watch news here before I start looking at the market. Oh yes, let's talk about this crazy thing. Gaku Okada, and his fascinating Tempo Rubato Metronome watch. So this thing is just amazing. First of all, the Japanese market, the country of Japan is producing some amazing watchmakers, some amazing horologists, and people who are just, really students of the craft and just taking it to a whole different level. And so Mr. Gaku Okada is part of this new wave that's coming out, and he's a student of, I just want to get the name right. Is it Precision? I'm horrible. I am so horrible for not getting this. Where are you? So he's a watchmaker apprentice, but where is it? All right, there you go. So he currently works with Hajime Osaka and Jiro Katayama, Otsuka Lotech. Amazing watches. Hajime Osaka, probably the more popular one out of the group, and he works under Precision Watch Tokyo. So Precision Watch Tokyo houses the Shoka brand, houses the Otsuka Lotech brand, the the Tokyo brand, I think, comes out of there as well. They're doing crazy things in Precision Watch Tokyo. So let's get back to this young gentleman. This is his graduation watch, and it's just like when I was graduating, I was not making things like this. So he used to be a jazz drummer. So he still is. He was a jazz drummer before he went to watchmaking school as a hobby. So that means, it's all about timing, right? It's all about timing and rhythm because, the bass and the drum, that's your heartbeat. The drum is a heartbeat. The bass is the rhythm of your heartbeat. Together, the heart beats, if that makes sense. The body flows, the blood flows, the music flows, everything goes. So he wanted to make a crazy watch that is a metronome made in the most amazing way possible. And why I love watchmaking is this. First, let's just watch this video. Let's go to HD for the people. There we go. So basically, you click the button, it activates the metronome. I probably don't have the sound going on here, but it activates the metronome. And when you rotate the bezel, you can rotate the BPM actively as the metronome is clicking and going. This is insane. It seems simple, but that's what makes it so insane. So what's happening here is as he's rotating the bezel, he's changing that plate there that's connecting to everything, and that's just controlling the rhythm of the metronome. The fact that you can do that without stopping the metronome every time, without doing some crazy, let me lock this, let me do this, but just simply winding in both sides, I think that's amazing. You hit the button and it locks back again, and I think that's just really, really insane. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful watch, super really nice, well finished as well. This version isn't meant to be a commercial version, but he wanted to finish it and make it to the standards of a commercial version if he wanted to go ahead and make that happen. So he is in the design phases of making a version that can tell the hours and minutes as well on top of the metronome. And I think this kid has, a bright future, and I just love to see what's happening out of the Japanese market right now in terms of great watches coming out of there, because for such a long time they are some of the most astute collectors, right? We always talk about, if you want to go see amazing vintage watches in pristine condition with box papers, even the original receipt, you just hop on a plane, you go to Tokyo, you go to Ginza, and you really explore out there, and you just find some of the best quality pieces because the collectors there are really demanding and they're really appreciative of the product as well. So from that, you just get these amazing things. And I love to see that watchmaking is still being pushed forward, and experimentative and fun things like this are being made. Watches that don't need to exist should exist, if that makes sense, because this is just pushing the boundaries of creativity. And from this, this is just a metronome. You can't use it for a real watch, even though this is a real tool, and there's many, I could see many musicians taking this and really using this, like if they want to be in a peaceful place, they're going on a retreat, they just want to write some songs, they just want to get to themselves, they just take their metro. Of course, this is like, you don't need to, but like you could, if you wanted to be like, I want to go really off the grid, you have your mechanical metronome watch, you're out there with your guitar, your instrument, whatever, and you can write some music. I think that's just a dope idea, and kudos to him, and I'm really excited to see what else he comes up with. Yes, I think that's it for the watch news for today. There's some other things that happened, nothing too crazy that I want to bore you guys with. Let's just do real quick. RIP the 5712. I mean, Siri play yesterday by Boyz II Men. This is just, I'm devastated. I love this watch. This watch really made me fall in love, like a deep lust for the Nautilus and just sports watches, and just realizing that sports can be luxury, and that something that is a high price point item, that is a piece of art, doesn't need to be on a leather strap. It doesn't need to be in a very delicate form. It doesn't need to be something that you only wear in dressy situations. It can be something that you wear every day. It can be something that you wear the same that you would a Rolex, but more complex, a little bit more refinedly made, but still just as robust and not delicate in any means. And this was a watch that really showed me. And something about just the asymmetric look of it, and like the 5711 is nice. Who doesn't love a 5711 time only? But there's something, I'm a quirky guy. I'm a quirky guy and I'm a complicated guy. And there's something about this watch that just speaks to my quirky brain. And it's just like, it's complicated. It's giving you all the information, but it's iconic. It's legendary. When you see it, you don't forget it. It always stays in your mind, and it just kind of, it resonates with me really, really well. So I'm very sad to see it go, and I'm very interested to see what they like. What will the 5812 be? You know, I would love to see. We already have the 5712R in rose gold. I wouldn't mind. I don't know, one more. Imagine this in a green dial as a last hurrah. I think that'd be beautiful. 5712G on a bracelet. Don't think it's ever been made on a bracelet before, so that'd be really cool. But you know, R.I.P. man. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I'm going to auto-tune that beautifully. It's going to sound great, though. And some other Pateks were gone, too. Let's not just focus on the 5712. I don't know if they're going to show it here, but we did lose the 5167/1A. You know, this is weird because this is the you know, you watch those movies and like like Home Alone. This is Kevin from Home Alone. Like they went on a trip, they left Kevin, and nobody realized for a long time. That's what the Aquanaut time only on the bracelet is. It's a good watch, but that bracelet is just very. It's its own thing, you know. It's you know. Eyes in, you know, love is in the eye of the beholder, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, whatever you want to say. I don't think it's the best looking bracelet that they do. They make some amazing bracelets. I don't think the Aquanaut is one of them. So yeah, so interesting enough, this is discontinued. The rubber strap version is still there, and I can see that as a cue to everyone, like, hey, we're pulling back production. We're not going to make these bracelets anymore because it only fits this. The time only will probably be, you know, winding down, maybe one more year, maybe a year or two. We're going to make something different. We're going to re-envision that, you know, time only reference, maybe this year, who knows. But the bracelet, you know, the best part about the bracelet is usually you can find these at a discount online and just get the strap and buckle. And sometimes you can arbitrage it where you get a good deal because just on a bracelet is just so unattractive. A lot of people just, you know, unattractive to some people, not everybody. Not everybody. People probably love it. But to some people, it's not the best looking thing. So you can often find a great deal on this and you can just kind of, you know, reverse engineer it to be on a strap. The 5524 is gone as well. Bye-bye. Great watch. You know, I think this one was for the big boys, and a lot of, you know, people who don't like large wrists or large watches really spoke out against it. It's a little bit thicker as well, and it's unique. It's a Patek Pilot's watch. It's something nobody was asking for, but I think it found a great little core base, a great core audience. The price on the retail market, you know, didn't go crazy, but volume-wise, these sell. Like interestingly enough, these actually move very, very well. Wherever I'm at, you know, these go on a website and they sell. You just have the price on what, right? People like them. They're fun watches. I think people buy these to enjoy, and they're one of those Pateks that fall in that category. Like you wear them, you enjoy them, you have a lot of fun. You take it off this brown strap, you put it on a blue strap or any other color strap, and you really have a lot of fun with it too. Especially if you do like a suede or a sailcloth or something like that. Really give it a little bit more of a casual vibe. I think that's the way to go. And then what else we got? Oh, yes, I forgot. We lost this little baby here, 5370p blue dial, gorgeous piece. I love it. This is a natural, you know, freshen of the collection to see this go as well. Then we lost, you know, 5719, the bust down. The factory bust down, all the diamonds there, that's gone. I'm sure there'll be a 5819 to replace it. 7118 gone, nothing new there. And then the 5208R is gone as well. I'm sure they will make a different variation or upgraded version of this. This is just a big boy, heavy watch. Perpetual calendar, minute repeater. perfection, beautiful. This is like if you know you're gonna go to a big watch event with a lot of people. You don't want to say a lot of words, but you still want to have like an oomph, and you got the scratch and you have to pay like close to $1 million for a watch. This is it, because this just yells across the room, "You're not worthy." or get on my level. You know what I mean? Such an amazing watch. So RIP to all those great watches. I'll see you around in the secondary market. You're not gone from me. You're not gone from me. All right, let's look at the market. Let's go to watchrecon.com. This is one of my favorite places to go. Let's go to 5,000. Oh, no. Let's go minimum 5,000. And this is where I go just to see. So it's aggregator, and it searches all the forums, and now it's doing Reddit as well. So it gives me a good pulse on what, sharp dealers are charging, as well as consumers are charging on the market, without going to Chrono 24 or something, just to give me this is like, it's by time, so this is 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. So this is something I like to peruse to kind of see if there's anything interesting out there on the market, or just see like how the market is doing. And let's see, I think earlier today, there's some great stuff. Look at these green dot sky dollars, 23.99, 23,395. So 2,400, 23.4. That's a good price. I love that. These are really coming down, and it does show you previous listings as well. So you had it for 23,595. So I'm sure he'll take 23, maybe 22,875 on a wire. I'm sure he'll take. Beautiful. I like this on the oyster. I just love that green dial. It's a really, really good watch. Anybody I'm showing here, I'm not vouching for anything like that, by the way. I am just not financial advice. I'm just browsing the internet. And but if you do want some watch advice, feel free to give me a shout, CQ_ the watch guy, or you go to CQthewatchguy.com, and you can send in a question out that I can answer here, or we can set up an hour-long conversation, a consultation, and we can go over your watch collecting needs there. So yes, this is the interesting one I found earlier. So JLC green reversal tribute monophase small seconds. There's a lot of things going on there. 6950. So 7,000. April 2021. Warranty ends April 2029. This is a steal, guys. This is a steal. Retail on this is like 10.5 or something like that. So at least $10,000. You're getting it at 6950. I'd throw at least 67. You got to make them work for a little bit, but really good condition, really nice watch. Man, this is just when I talk about the values that are out there in warranty until April 29 as well. I love that everybody's doing long warranties these days too. When I talk about value, JLC, man, insane value. Look at what you're getting for 7,000 compared to what other brands are charging you for 20, 30, 40,000. Still beautiful, limited edition, beautiful green. Get a few different shops. It looks good on this shop as well. Good for him, good for her. And at that price, this is just a couple $1,000 over Tudors, if you really think about it. Lots of value to be found out there, guys. If you look for it, the value is there. Like this Brigade Classic 5277 BR, Reserve de Marche, sub-seconds, beautiful gold watch for 14 grand, and I'm sure if you give a little offer like 13 or so, they'll take it because Brigades don't move. But you get a classic rose gold, slightly complicated, kind of complicated. A power reserve is a complication. A watch, beautiful brush style, just amazing, gorgeous piece, for 14 grand. You just don't look. Beautiful movement as well. There's so many watches that will charge you so much more and give you so much less. Just don't be afraid to experiment, guys. Don't be afraid to go and seek out value. Let's do another page here. I don't see anything too sexy that's jumping out at me. Richard Long jumping seconds, 42.5. I feel like that's a good price on that one. That'd be interesting. Let's see anything else. Some rollies. Rollies doing the rolly things. Rolly market seeming pretty stable here. These are just slowly dropping this because there's so much variations of James Cameron deep seas out there. There's just too many generations, too to find. Here you go, the 5712 rose gold. I love this watch. So you're staying pretty strong too, around 200. Takuya's a pretty sharp guy too. I just love this watch. I think it's so gorgeous. I think if you're thinking about it, get it. It's one of those watches. Like, don't worry about the price. It's gonna do well. Look at these. These will come down quite nicely as well. VC Overseas Perpetual Calendar in blue. Really good watch. Really clean watch. I want to say this might be under retail as well, and this is 18 karat white gold. I want to say it's under retail or not too far away from retail too. But beautiful watch, great understated piece, white gold. Nobody knows it's white gold. Looks like steel. Yeah, that's a good watch, and it comes with the leather and the rubber. And nope. Sometimes you just need one watch, one big watch. That's a great big watch for you to jump on. All right, let's see if there's anything else interesting on the Recon. Nah, everything's kind of vanilla today. All right, so let's go on to, let's check out 1916, see what they have. All right, 3712. Oh, wow, so this is the OG, the original, the predecessor, the grandpapa, or the papa of the 5712. This is 3712/1A. This is a really good condition. Really, really clean piece. Very nice. Older class. It's a really good condition. Is this full set? Let's see. Does not have box and papers. That's why it's a good price. 123,000. Which for these, I got to do a little market check, but I feel like it's not too crazy. And like, for people who want to put together a nice set, it's all about looking for these in good condition. But I like that. What else you got? 54 with 2 STs or older. AP there. Beautiful rose gold perpetual calendar. I like a good Journe perpetual calendar. These are my favorites because in this variation you have the borders around the month, the date, and the date. And I think that's really nice. And the funnest part about this is it tuck away the leap year indicator on the center of the dial. So this is one of those watches where you truly, if you don't know exactly what's going on. And I like that they did that. There's a little tiny nod you only see when the hours are passing because the leap year indicator is not something you need to know every day. You pretty much, you kind of know. But it's always nice to have it there. It shows an added complication in a watch. So it's nice that they tuck it in there. 120, I think that's pretty decent. I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful piece. What else do they have for us today? I know I'm going long. How am I going long? I'm doing a half hour. I need to get all the hours I can on YouTube. So I wanna try to see how long I could go. But I think we're winding down. Look at this beautiful. We got a lot of goodies here. Sip my tea. So we got a Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar, beautiful blue dial, rose gold. So AP does a really nice rose gold. It's 5N rose gold. That means it has a little bit more copper in it, so it gives you more of a red gold vibe. It's really, really awesome. I love it. So this is a beautiful piece they got for 140. I like it. I think I like a perpetual calendar. I like a good AP. I think, AP's making too many APs these days, but that's neither here or there. It's still a great looking watch that I would love to wear. And I think many collectors would enjoy this and wear it. But I have one thing to say. Set your perpetual calendars. Do not spend the money for a perpetual calendar and don't set it. If you don't like to set it, it can be tedious, it can be a little annoying depending on the perpetual calendar. Get a winder or pay somebody to do it. But don't spend 140 on a watch and when I shake your hand and look at it, it's 3 months behind. You know what I mean? Get your money's worth. You pay your money, you get your money's worth. All right, going over to your Patek here. It's a beautiful one they have. 5270J, beautiful white dial. I love these because these are solid prices. If you look historically, these are really good for where they are right now. In the whole fray of everybody chasing after sports models, classic, complicated Pateks that were really on a big trajectory kind of went neutral and stayed very, very still in the water, a little stagnant, slowly growing, but it creates a really good opportunity to jump in and get them, because these are the watches that people 50 years from now will still be collecting, because this is what Patek is all about. The perpetual calendar chronograph, that's what they're known for, really pioneering in the industry and really refining. So I think pieces like these are really great to pick up, where you're getting it at solid prices compared to the market, and you're getting really nice wearable watches where your investment is relatively safe. God forbid something big happens overall in the market. I don't think we ever see a day where I can pick up a 5270J full box set, which I'm pretty sure this is, full box set with the case back for like 50,000, 60,000. This is always be around this price range. If you're like, the house burned down, not to say that, but like, you know what I mean? If there's an urgent emergency, you need a cash right now, you should always be able to extract at least, 6 figures out of this watch. I think these are great pickups. Again, I think you have to have a lot of fun with this watch. It looks great on a brown strap, but do a green, do a dark red, do a deep blue, do some different textures there. I think you have a lot of fun with that. All right, let's see what else cool pieces. That's DB28. I think W2 is a really good brand to look at right now. Like a lot of the independent brands that really kind of spiked, they kind of calm down a little bit, so you can really jump in and get them at decent prices compared to where they were and where they might be going in the future. These are brands that are, when they're just so small production and you have very dynamic and forceful and just mad scientist types like Denny Flageolet, you can see super interesting things just being made all the time, like this DB28, which is polished titanium with rose gold, the polished moon phase, just a really amazing piece. But you can see just more refined and more fun things coming out. They're making much smaller cases, so all it takes is one hit watch for the market to like kind of bounce up a little bit. But no matter what, you really are in a solid place in terms of getting something fun, getting something unique, and not losing 40% like it was the between 10, 15 years ago. But really cool piece there. I like that shop that they have it on too. But what else do we have that's really fun? Look at this Glashute Original. I'm a big Glashute fan. I just think you just get really good bang for your buck like this. A rose gold watch is gonna be full set. No, not full set. All right. So I like rose gold, in-house movement, power reserve, big date, 11,950. I'm sure if you beat them up a little bit, they'll give you a good price. Tell them CQ sent you. They'll take care of you. And Gushie just gives you really good value for what you get. And that's a brand where you can just like, let me see if they got. Let's go to their Gushie selection. Usually these guys got some good stuff. Oh, I'm about to say no representation for Glashute. Oh, wow, they don't have any. Wow, that's interesting. But anyways, you can get a really good value from Glashute right now. Something like this, the Panamatic inverse, where it's basically they're giving you the movement as the dial, 12,950. Again, they'll beat them up. They'll give you a good deal on that as well. No other brand is giving this to you. No other brand is doing something like this and not charging you 40, 50,000. If this were Long & Son, this would be a limited edition. This would be like 140. This would be application. You'd have to buy 5 Saxonias to get it. 12,950, and the finishing, the quality is there. Is there. I can't say it's the same, but it's, pull a loop. It's like if we're pulling loops out to find the differences, and Long & Son is very different, but very, very close here. For what you're getting as well, I'm not pulling a loop out at this price. I'm just saying, great value to be found there. All right, let's go over to K2 Luxury. So K2 Luxury always has some crazy heavy hitter watches, really good people out there. They have offices in Dubai and Switzerland as well. And I always just like to peruse to see what insane piece they have, such as this beautiful FP Journe Black Label vertical tourbillon. Look at this. So what's so beautiful and unique about the vertical tourbillon is, in fact, that's a tourbillon, but it's vertical. So what's happening here around the vertical tourbillon, it's a polished edge. And what that does is, like, it's hard to see in pictures, but when you're looking at the watch directly in person, by looking at the mirrors, you can see all the different angles of the tourbillon. So it just gives you just a very unique look of a tourbillon, something that's never been done before, and just an amazing feat in watchmaking. That's F.V. Jordan just doing crazy F.V. Jordan things. You got a dead second hand on there as well. So this is a black label, meaning it was made for a F.V. Jordan boutique. That's the only black label pieces that can be made, and they are very limited as well. So you see a nice price here, $450,000 here. If this was a normal piece, I want to say we're somewhere in the threes on this, but really nice. Let's see what other cool things they have. They got Royal Oak Flying Tourbillon. I think that's the new sand gold. Ceramic chronograph as well. Ooh, Zeit handworked. Really beautiful. Look at that, man. Langsone just does some really amazing things. When you get into the handworked family, I'm probably saying that wrong. I do apologize. You just get the dials are hand engraved, hand hammered, and just look at the texture, man. It's just insane texture. On top of the fact that it's a beautiful Zeit work, which is an insane feat as well. Really sick piece. 305 grand. Oh, so sick. You can't stay here too long because it's all like heavy hitters. So just like what are we looking at? But this is where you come to see like these dream pieces. Royal Oak Flying Tourbillon with the beautiful sand gold, which is amazing. 475. Only one picture here, but that thing is oof. I'd spend the half on it. All right, let's run away because these things are too good. Look at this beautiful Daytona though. Panna Cotta dial. Oof. That's what they call a creamy dial there. Beautiful 116 520. 36 grand. That's a nice watch. All right, let's do Menta Watches for our last one of the day as we wrap up a 41-minute episode. All right, so Menta Watches is down in Florida. Really good people down there. Adam owns the operation, and let's just look at this. Oof. So as you can see, I'm trying to prioritize websites that do very good photography, and Menta does amazing photography. Look at this beautiful day-date oyster quartz with a beautiful wooden dial. 19019 is a reference on it. Look at the texture on that dial. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. So white gold. Let's see any other white gold, great condition. Case looks in detail, but not heavily polished. Yeah, you can see the angles on it are still pretty nice. Let's look at the movement. Oh yeah, looking beautiful. And these are some of the only quartz Rolexes as well. Can't really make out that engraving. What does it say? Ivan Camacho. Oh, that sounds familiar. Anyways, beautiful watch. Like, this is gorgeous. This is drop dead gorgeous, to be honest with you. 34.5, I think, is a good price for this. If you saw this in the right auction, I think would be up there as well. Spanish state wheel as well. I love this. I love the old day dates, the old oyster quartz. There's a beautiful pyramid one that I'm chasing, but that is amazing. So Adam down at Menta, they have some great vintage pieces. He does a really good job of curating really special, really good quality pieces. Look at this 6265 here. Beautiful yellow gold, vintage Daytona. This one's from 86, but look at that gold dial with the black sub-dials. Really nice. So, vintage is not something that I'm the most knowledgeable about. There's just so many minefields out there. So I always like to work with dealers who've been around for a long time and who specialize in the vintage field, especially if I'm doing anything in, above 10,000 as vintage. I want somebody who specializes in vintage and just knows the ins and outs, just because there's so many things that I would never think of, and I know a lot. There's still things that I don't think of, especially when it comes to certain vintage watches. You got to go with somebody that's their bread and butter. But this looks beautiful in a condition that is amazing. Oof. Let's see what else we got here before we wrap up. Oh, I love a good lapis. Lazuli dial. So this is a lapis 16018 date just 33.5. So lapis is a nice, beautiful organic stone. But what I love about it, it just gives you this beautiful, vivid blue. Like, ooh, it kind of yells at you through the screen. Just amazing, beautiful blue dial there. And they got one for 33.5. And then, yes, this is the last one we'll talk about. Beautiful Patek 3970-002J. So, like I said earlier, Patek is just the trailblazers when it comes to perpetual calendar chronographs. And here you just have an amazing example of a classic Patek perpetual calendar chronograph on a bracelet. And Patek just doesn't, they don't get credit for the bracelets that they do now and the bracelets that they've done in the past. Look at this beautiful bracelet. Look at the links on this. This is just, it's true jewelry making. Bracelets is where, you know, especially these classic bracelets is where jewelry making and watchmaking meets. You see this in the old Dusseldorf bracelets from Lang & Söhne as well. Just really gorgeous pieces, and just like, it's amazing watching. I'm just staring at the bracelet. That's how gorgeous it is. 145, I think, solid price too. And you just look at that case back. Oh my God. This is just gorgeous. This is gorgeous. What I like about these two, these are fairly these are near vintage, you know, so they're not super old watches as well, so they can be easily serviced. You know, the biggest trick with this is just to get it in the right size. I mean, because these are cut to fit, so that's the only negative side to these beautiful bracelets, is they didn't design link systems. They basically, you come, you get it sized, they crimp it in the back and solder it and all these things. So if it fits you, it's a great fit, but if not, still a great piece just to live in your collection, because, you know, as you see, neo vintage pieces kind of get back into circulation and people really love it. You've seen Cartier exploding and doing amazingly well. Gold bracelets, vintage bracelets, Piaget pieces, things like that are coming back. So eventually the eye of Sauron, I call it, the eye of watch collectors, will focus on gold bracelet pieces, and highly collectible gold bracelet pieces already are doing well. So things like this will only do well, only go up. I'm not saying they're rocket ship or anything, but it should show nice, consistent growth as the feature goes on. All right, guys, I think I've bored you enough. It's been 46 minutes, and I think this was a great first podcast. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you need watch advice, check out cqthewatchguy.com. You can get free watch advice I will answer for the public. I'll do little shows like this, or you can hire me for a consultation by the hour, or there's a bunch of different options there you can check out. Again, thank you so much. You know the rules. Buy what you love. CQ out.